Here are 4 times the CIA infiltrated African nations. Number 1. Patrice Lumumba's assassination in Congo. Patrice Lumumba became the first prime minister of the newly elected independent Congo in 1960, but he lasted just a few months in the job before he was overthrown and assassinated in January of 1961. In 2002, former colonial power Belgium admitted responsibility for its part in the killing. However, the US has never explained its role despite long-held suspicions, which have been corroborated by a CIA or an ex-CIA operative. US President Dwight Eisenhower, concerned about communism, was worried about Congo following a similar path like Cuba. According to a source quoted in The Death of Congo, a book about the assassination of Lumumba, President Eisenhower gave an order for assassination of Lumumba. There was no discussion. However, a CIA plan to lace Lumumba's toothpaste with poison was never carried out. Lawrence Delvin, who was the station chief in Congo at the time, told the BBC in 2000. A survey of declassified US government documents from the era notes that the CIA initially focused on removing Lumumba not only through assassination, if necessary, but also with an array of non-lethal undertakings. While there is no doubt the CIA wanted him dead, the survey does not indicate direct US involvement in his eventual killing. Number 2. The overthrow of Kwame Nkrumah in Ghana. Ghana's first president, Kwame Nkrumah, was overthrown in a military coup in 1966 while he was out of the country. He later suspected that the US had a role in his downfall, and in a 1978 book, former CIA intelligence officer John Stockwell backed up the story. If you'd like to watch the video about Kwame Nkrumah that I made, all the info is there. Bing. Number 3. The CIA's opposition to MPLA in Angola. This was in the 1970s. In Angola, 3 competing groups fought for control after independence from Portugal in 1975, with the MPLA under Agostinho Neto taking over the capital, Luanda. Mr. Stockwell, chief of CIA's covert operations in Angola in 1975, writes that Washington decided to oppose the MPLA as it was seen as closer to the Soviet Union and support the FNLA and UNITA instead, even though all 3 had hailed from communist countries. The CIA then helped secretly import weapons, including 30,000 rifles, through Kinshasa in neighboring Congo. He adds that the CIA officers also trained fighters for armed combat. A declassified US government document detailing a discussion between the head of the CIA, the Secretary of State, and others indicate the support the CIA gave to the forces fighting the MPLA. The US continued to support UNITA through much of the Civil War as Cuba was backing the MPLA. Number 4. The CIA Hissène Habré in Chad, 1982. Hissène Habré failed in his attempt to take power by force in Chad in 1980, but his efforts led President Ude to call on help from the Libyan leader Gaddafi, whose soldiers successfully beat back Habré's challenge and forced him into exile. A proposed alliance between Libya and Chad began to unsettle the US, especially as Gaddafi began to be seen as a supporter of the anti-US activities. In Foreign Policy magazine, Michael Broner writes that the CIA director with the Secretary of State coalesced around the idea of launching a covert war in partnership with Habré. It is alleged that the US then backed Habré's overthrow of the president in 1982 and then supported him throughout his brutal rule. It's your boy J-Wave. Make sure to like, share, and subscribe. I'm out.